I was like, Dad, no offense, you don't know what's going on. He goes, oh, I don't know what's going on. He goes, all I know is that 16-year-old George that was busting out 8 hours a day writing music and writing content, writing all that stuff, would be very fucking disappointed in the man you became today because he got where you wanted to be and he got lazy. He's like, I'm not disappointed because you're not working hard. I'm disappointed because you're a coward and you won't step forward. He's like, you're too scared and I didn't raise a pussy. And I was just like, oh.
What up, everybody? Welcome back into another episode of The Pullman Show. We have a special guest on today, the return of George Janko.
Whoa! What is up?
Glad to have you back.
Glad to be back, sir.
If you guys are tuning in on YouTube, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and drop a like. And if you guys are listening on a podcast app, please rate us 5 stars. We had a very good topic of discussion today. George shit on Trisha. George, yeah, we broke our fucking mics. George shit on Trisha about the whole fate versus free will thing. What else we talk about? You and your girlfriend, obviously. We had to catch up on that. You're living with Logan. We talked about that. What else did we talk about?
We talked about a bunch of fun things.
We got
a lot of stuff that it's encouraging. I feel like we encourage each other.
Yeah. If you guys are going through some shit right now in life, this episode will help you out, and hopefully you guys can relate. As always, a really great discussion with George, so fucking just jump right into it.
Just jump into it.
Yeah.
It's good to be back. Oh, God, I'm sick. Welcome back, guys.
Hold on. No, you don't have that privilege.
Oh, fuck. Hey, what the fuck is this? You couldn't put the other one? You couldn't put the other one while I'm here? You want to put that shit on right now?
That's what happens when you leave, bro.
Dude, first of all, why is she censored? She's not naked.
Yeah, but I think if I show too much skin, then on YouTube, it'll think it's naked. It's too much.
I respect that. No chance we can switch that to mine?
No.
Damn it.
No. Tell the people why you came back.
I came back because I watched a podcast. I'm a fan, Mark.
Yeah.
I was a first-time caller, all-time listener. And I saw some stuff, and I was like, oh, man. Trisha brought up the Bible.
What we talked about is, in the last podcast, is opened up a lot of discussion in the comments. Is fate a real thing, or is
what did they say, by the way? I never read the comments. Were they more towards the fate thing?
A lot of people think everything happens for a reason. I mean, it's kind of split.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'm not here to tell people they're wrong. I'm just defending one side of it.
This is literally, George always has to preface with like, guys, so you know.
Yes, because I respect everybody.
George is very strongly opinionated.
I'm very strongly opinionated, but I also respect everybody's opinion.
Exactly.
So
while George goes off on his rant about fate, I have some cookies right here, and it's Thanksgiving tomorrow, so I'm gonna be eating like shit anyway. So screw it. Here we go.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Trisha says fate, and then she brings up God, which is like negates everything that I believe in. For example, fate definition is the development of events beyond a person's control regarding a determined thing that is supernatural and powerful.
Basically, everything happens for a reason.
Exactly.
Beyond your control.
Well, supernatural and all-time powerful is many people's gods or religion, or sometimes, like a lot of people that don't believe in Christ, they believe in the universe. Like, so that's a higher power. So if, for example, you do worship Jesus, you can't believe in faith because fate. Sorry, you believe in faith.
Why?
You can't believe in fate because it says determined by a higher power, which means it's controlled by a higher power.
Yeah,
which
she's saying God. No, she's saying God is that higher power.
Exactly, but read the Bible. Never once, ever, in any story, any page, does God control the situation.
But yeah, I know. But she's saying
she's wrong. I'm here to say she's wrong.
And I agree with you.
Thank you.
I said that fate is not a real thing. I said
not a real
free
thing,
will.
If you believe in the Bible.
I said free will is a thing, and she said God gives you free will, but God knows what you're going to choose.
Oh, I believe that. I believe he's all-time knowing. I believe he knows what you're going to do, but he's not going to get in the way of it.
I don't believe that.
He wants you to choose that.
I don't believe that. I think that takes away from all free will.
No. That's not true. Let me give you an example. If you walk into this room and it smells like crap, I just know you. So I know you're going to be like, what the fuck is that smell, right? I'm all knowing because I know you very well. I created you, right? For example, I know you. Your parents know you, right? They know what you're going to do. That's what they mean by all knowing. Like he knows what your heart is because he made your heart. But he also...
So God knows my whole life already. That's what Trisha was saying. Well, that's what Trisha was saying.
No. He doesn't. No. She's saying that it's all... Like, when people say it's written, I don't believe in that because here's the thing. So if you're a piece of shit, right? You're like, well, I guess God wrote me to be a piece of shit, so I'm just gonna be a piece of shit. Like,
right.
That's not how it works.
Of course.
Okay, let me give an example. If we're gonna bring up the Bible, right? A perfect example.
While you bring this up, I'm gonna be searching on my phone for this one comment that I died of laughter on. Okay. Go ahead.
I'm gonna speed this up. Mind you, this is just for the Holy Bible fans. Everybody else want to do the universe? Then yeah, do the universe, but just listen to the story. Jesus came to raise Lazarus from the dead, right? Jesus already knew Lazarus was dead. Correct. So he already knew. But he didn't interfere until he got there. When people had no faith, they were crying. He started crying not because he knew he was dead. He was crying because of the lack of faith. So he said, move the rock. Right? Move the rock. Mm-hmm. So he could just, if he's going to bring somebody from the dead, why can't he just move the rock? He didn't want to move the rock because he wanted them to have faith to move the rock. Their choice was to follow his word. So they moved the rock, and then their blessing was behind it. So I believe that there is a blessing between each road you're going to take. It just depends how you're going to take it. So you could sit there and be like, God, please, I really, 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 really want to be a social media star. Please, God, I want to be a social media star. Yeah. Okay, thank you, God. And then go to sleep. And you're like, and then wake up the next morning like, oh, come on, God, why don't you make me a social media star? God's like, well, no, it's not how it works. Yeah. I know you could be a social media star, but you got to go to work, and I can only help who helps themselves. For example, if you guys are looking for something in your life, but there's a rock or a mountain in your way, you guys have to move it for your blessings to come. God will help you, and he knows what's on each side of the door. It's kind of like Jeopardy. What's on door number 2 or door number 3? He's not going to choose the door for you, but he knows what's on the other side.
Right.
God's Jeopardy.
God is Jeopardy.
God's Jeopardy.
God is Alex Trebek.
God is like, Jesus, door number 2. God's like, ooh, chlamydia. He's like, bad choice. Bad choice.
Man, I was looking that whole time to find the comment, but I couldn't find it. But the gist of it was like, all right, I'm going to lay in my bed the rest of my life or something like that. And that's what God made for me or something like that.
Exactly. That's why I'm so scared when people use God's name and then his word and say, well, it's written. Well, hold on there. The Bible's written. I believe that. And I believe that everything is... Okay, let me give you an example. When
Trish, here's what someone else wrote. Trisha's saying that fate is like a book. You're the author of your own life, but God already knows what you wrote about. Just because he knows what happens doesn't mean you didn't have any choice.
No, I don't believe in that. You know why? Because fate means... Let me give you an example. A lot of girls... I'm not saying Trisha, because I know we're talking about Trisha. I'm saying a lot of girls would say, I'm not going to go out tonight. I don't need to go to the club. And I don't need to go out because when the right guy comes, God will present him to me. Well, it's like, honey, get the fuck out of the library. You're not going to meet a guy reading books every single day. You know, you got to put the dancing shoes on and go dance. Or if a guy's like, oh, I really want that raise, but I'm going to work mediocre. And if God wants it, he'll tell my boss to give me a raise. No. God's not showing up. You're just underperforming. Yeah. You got to work harder. You get what I'm saying? Like,
no, I agree. I think that fate is not a real thing. I think everybody has free will, and then...
Bro, there's so many things in the... Oh, my God. I'm so anxious to talk because there's so many verses popping in my head. Sorry. Simon, Peter, you know, the disciple. This is the last biblical thing, and then we're going to move on.
Because I don't know if everybody...
Sorry. A lot of people are probably like, dude, what is he talking about? But we're gonna.
George just broke the mic.
Am I still plugged in?
Yes.
Okay, sick. We'll just continue. Okay, we'll continue like this. Okay. So this is a perfect example of fate and making a choice and having faith. Fate and faith. Ready? The 2 F's.
2 different things.
2 different
fate
F's.
Fate and faith.
Okay, so Peter. The way I'm talking. Let me make sure my waveform is still there. Okay, great. So Peter, when the waves are going, when they were in the ocean on the boat, and there was waves going crazy, and Jesus calmed it down, and then he went off. He walked to the ocean, right? He's walking on the ocean. He's walking on water, like craziest miracle, right? And he goes, Peter, come over here. And Peter was scared, and he was walking on water, and he's finally walking on water. He gets to Jesus, and he has a little doubt, and he falls into the water, but Jesus grabs him and pulls him up. That is a perfect example of what we're talking about, because your blessings are not going to come to you. You have to go to your blessings. You have to walk to your blessings. Jesus never walked to the boat, grabbed Peter, and then walked all the way back. He waited right there. He didn't let fate. He wasn't like, well, if Jesus wants me to be there, then he'll bring me over here. I'll jump on his back and we'll go to the middle of the ocean. No, he walked there. So don't wait around for fate. You got to walk around with faith.
There you go. And I took my mic off so that we could both hold our microphones.
Hey, how do I relinquish this?
You can unscrew yours. Unscrew it from the top. We'll be right back, guys, while George figures this out. And we're back.
Sorry. We're back.
We had that fixed. We're holding the microphones now.
We got to wrap up the whole religion thing. We got to move on. I feel like a lot of people are going to be like, dude, what am I, Bible study? So we're ending it right here. For believers or not believers, I want to end it.
Believers
or not believers. People that listen to Justin Bieber or not. Regardless, anybody could take this. The last thing I'm going to say about this. If the universe or God, I promise you throughout life that we've looked at, mind you, we might not be right, but I really, really do feel strongly about this. Whoever helps himself, the greater power will step in. For me, I feel like God's always with me stronger when I pick myself up and I move forward. He does what I cannot. And if you guys feel like the universe is your higher power, please do not be waiting around, because that's the last thing I want you guys to do. You know what I like that you're saying is like you're accepting the fact that other people might believe in other stuff. And that's like not common, I feel like, for Christians or Catholics or whatever, or whoever. They're like, no, this is the way it was done and this is the way it is and there's no other way. Like, you believe that, but you're also, like, obviously you believe that your way is the way. But, like, it's cool that you're like, if you believe in the universe or if you believe in Buddha or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I mean, it's because I read my Bible, and the one thing that I learned from the Bible is I just lead with example. So if my job is to talk to you about the universe or whatever you got to do to get you out of that funk, to get you to be in a happier place, because at the end of the day, as long as you're getting out of depression or getting out of that anxiety or getting out of that one funk to get you to be a better person, that's what I'm shooting for right now. Yeah. Anyways, how do you like TikTok? That's what you asked me? Yes, because we've been shooting a lot of TikTok. We have this whole conversation about Jesus and the Bible and fate and love, and you're just like, oh, so how's TikTok? You know how I got there? Because I was like, oh, man, the clock's ticking. TikTok. Well, let me tell you about TikTok. If you guys are listening, if you're not on TikTok, what are you doing? This is the new and upcoming platform. I'm telling you. One of your videos just went viral, Mark. How do you feel? Viral. It's super easy to go viral on there. No, it's not. Don't say that. Don't give them. Yeah, well, it's easy to. It's like Vine, man. There's like a popular page, or it's called a For You page. Like, if you guys want to be a social media creator, you got to hop on this wave right now while you can, because it's not going to be around for a long time. Even if you're anti-TikTok, like George and Logan. Whoa. And you make fun of it, I'm telling you, it's. We don't make fun of it. We make fun of you. I'm just kidding. Bro, it's the new Vine. It's funny. No, it is. I was a doubter at first, but then I went on and I'm like, oh shit, these kids are actually fucking hilarious. Yeah, you and it gives me faith. Yeah, it gives me faith in comedy again, because people are savages, bro. Yeah, they're dark. Like, there's some, like the Dave Chappelle special. A lot of dark. It made a lot of people mad. Of course. And if you watch TikTok, get like 0 on Rotten Tomatoes. And then really the critics rated it like 0, and then the mass public rated it like 100%. Wow. TikTok is Dave Chappelle because it's gonna offend a lot of people, most of the comedy, but it's fucking hilarious. Dude, what I want to ask you, and this is, I should have started this with this. How excited is Mark Dohner going back home single for the holiday for the first time? Before I get on that, I want to keep on my TikTok talk. My TikTok talk. This is my TikTok talk for the day. Okay. I shot a TikTok today before we get to me going home for Thanksgiving with, have you seen Mean Girls? The movie? Yeah, the movie. Yeah, of course. I shot a TikTok with Jonathan Bennett, who plays Aaron in Mean Girls. It's the love interest of Lindsay Lohan's character. Oh, the really good-looking dude? Yeah, he's on TikTok now. Is he? Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, Is he still good-looking? The Rock's on TikTok. Yeah, he's good-looking. Kevin Hart's on TikTok. Ellen DeGeneres is on TikTok. Howie Mandel, all the celebrities. It's what you got to do, man. We shot a really funny Mean Girls TikTok today. It should be out on Thanksgiving. So, guys, go follow me on TikTok and him. Where did you meet him? Pearson asked me to be in a TikTok, and I met him today. He's pretty dope. And he's from Ohio. He's like, really? Yeah, I was talking to him. I'm like, yeah, I'm going back for the holidays. He's like, oh, me too. Wow. And we'll probably go out in Cleveland or something when we're there. Grab some beers? Yeah, grab some brewskis with the broskies. Is he as good looking as he was when he was in the movie? He's 38 now. That movie was shot 15 years ago. So no? So he's 15 years older than he was. He's still a good looking guy, yeah. Okay, then don't go to the bar with him because you will not score any goals. But he's not 23. Well, he's gay. Really? Yeah. That makes sense. A lot of good-looking guys are.
He's like, don't go to the bar with him. Not gonna get any girls. But yeah, I'm going home. And George made a good point. I am single for the very first time heading home.
Oh, dude, did you? Hold on. You might have to beep this out. Yeah, we're getting in there. Did you see Kylie today?
No.
Are you beeping this out?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, he was supposed to meet Kylie for like the first time, hang out.
No, it was a last second thing. I hit up Ayla.
She asked you to go to dinner?
No, she did not.
Wait, she did it?
I hit up Ayla because I was in the area. I was like, yo, Ayla, what are you doing? She's like, oh, I'm at the car wash in the car with your ex. I was like, oh, hey, what's up? And
did she say hi?
Yeah, of course. We're fine. We talk.
Wow, that's great. I know you guys are good, but it's like, isn't that, do you still get bubbles? Like, you know those bubblies?
Nah.
No?
Bro, it's been how long?
It's been almost.
What is it, November? It's been 10 months, 11 months.
Yeah, dude, that's wild.
It's a long time. But yeah, they were like, oh, come meet up with us after you finish, because I had to buy a suitcase because I don't have a suitcase to go home.
Okay, let's skip through the boring parts.
All right. So no, I did not end up meeting them because I had to get home and shoot this podcast before I head to the airport.
Oh, so you choose me.
Yeah, and I had to edit. So anyways, going back home, single for the first time. What do I do? Because the last time 3 years ago is I was on the rise on my Instagram come up, and people were treating me differently.
And you got locked up, and you're like, damn.
No, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does. You want to cheat on her?
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying that doesn't matter. Like,
what do you mean? Wait, what are we talking about?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about you scoring with women.
That's what I'm saying. Do I score with the girls that denied me in high school?
Absolutely.
Or do I say,
dude, then
fuck
you write music
you?
about it.
Then I write music about it?
Yes.
No.
Yeah. Dude, dude, I will do anything for love, but I won't do that was written about anal sex. It's a hit song. Now you got to go out there, do some weird shit in Ohio, write some songs.
But it's always that thing, like in high school, like I was a kind of an outcast. I was popular, and then I wasn't popular because I didn't make the team. And then no one would invite me to parties or hang out with me. And then, like, obviously, when I started to do Instagram and YouTube, people started to treat me a little bit differently. And I hate that.
Stop making fun of your skinny jeans.
Yeah, they did. They used to make fun of my skinny jeans, the way I dressed, everything, dude. They used to mock me.
Yeah, you got a bunch of bullies out there in Ohio.
Yeah, there's bullies everywhere.
Well, so are you going to,
now there's
entertain these women?
There's some cool ones that I'm excited to meet up with.
Name one.
I hung out with her last time I went back. We talked about her on the podcast. My crush, my homecoming date.
Oh, you have a crush on her now?
No, back in high school.
Oh.
Bro, come on. We're in LA.
I got options. So what's been up in like, I'm so fresh to this whole like podcasting again. So like, what do we,
I have a few things that I want to talk about, but I want to ask you something. You've been living with Logan. How's that been?
Dude, so much fun.
Really?
So much
fun.
Like
the old days?
I got a little sick from him because he was sick.
Why are you guys making out?
I mean, we haven't seen each other in forever. So I thought maybe we just go jump back to where we were.
Yeah.
It's been fun, dude. I realized really quick I was too much at home. And now when I'm at his house, we're always going out. We're always doing things. And I'm like, this is what I miss. I miss going out.
Is that what he does? Does he do things?
Yeah, he does. He does. He does a lot of fun things.
No, I loved living with Logan at the time because it's motivating. He's always doing shit. He's always on his grind. He's always on his hustle. And you see that. And he's like, he is that alpha that you look up to. And you're like, damn, like this dude's hustling.
Yeah.
That's probably why you've been posting more, huh?
I've been posting more because I basically was watching. I watch Stephen Furtick every Sunday, and he said something to me that like.
He said it straight to you, or just
straight to me? He
through
looked
the audio.
He was like talking out loud to the crowd, and then he goes, "Pardon me, guys, I have to talk to George Janko." And he looked into the screen because he knew I was gonna be watching it on YouTube. And I kind of forgot what he said, to be honest. I want to say it again, but I forgot how he worded it, and it was so powerful. I don't want to mess it up. But basically, it got me back on my shit. Like I got going.
Sometimes you need that. Or was it you? Was it him or your dad? Because we talked about last week. Your dad got on your ass and pissed you off.
I think that was it.
It was, huh?
I think it was. Because that's when I started like.
What'd your dad say to you that made you angry?
I mean, basically, he didn't beat around the bush. So, basically said he was disappointed in me, and he's never said that.
I'm not mad.
No, he didn't even say that.
I'm just disappointed.
No, he straight up said he was mad.
No, but I'm saying like when people, that's like worse. When people say I'm not mad, I'm disappointed.
I've never heard my dad say that in my life. Like,
really?
I've never done anything for him to be like,
that fuck you up a little bit?
Yeah, I got pissed. I was like, what are you talking about? It's like, and the shitty part is like he planned the conversation in his head.
Mm-hmm.
So everything I said back to him, he already had like 6 answers to shit on me. Like,
yo, guys, I interrupt this episode of the podcast to let you know that this episode is brought to you by Skylight Frames. I talked about them on the last episode, and after doing so, my mom actually called me, and she was like, oh, you have a skylight? I have a skylight as well. I was going to give her my skylight when I went home, but since she has one, I'm going to give it to my brother, who has 2 beautiful children. If you guys need a gift to give for the holiday seasons, you guys should give your loved ones a skylight. Basically what it is, you just put photos on it, and they cycle through. You don't have, you can have multiple photos sitting on the counter. People can come check them out. Memories, as you guys all know, are very, very important. That's why I've been vlogging my entire life. It sets up effortlessly in under 60 seconds. Just plug it in. Use the touch screen, which is very convenient to connect your wireless network, and enjoy. You could send photos to it via email or whatever. They'll pop up in seconds. It's great for keeping the family close and connected, which we talked a lot about family today, and George and his father. 100% satisfaction guaranteed. If you don't love your skylight, they'll offer you a full refund. And if you guys are giving it as a gift, you can preload it with some of your favorite photos. So when you give it to someone, they can already have the photos on there. Now, as a special holiday offer, you can get $10 off your purchase of a skylight frame when you go to skylightframe.com and enter code LARGE. That's right. To get $10 off your purchase of a skylight frame, just go to skylightframe.com and enter code LARGE. That's SKYLIGHTFRAME.com. Promo code LARGE. Thank you guys very much. What was he disappointed in?
Me, just in general, like how I was going about things. I was telling him, I was like, yo, like you don't know my life. I'm very stressed. I have a lot of things going. And he goes, I'm 60 years old and I outwork you any day of the week. And I was like, Dad, your job and my job is different. And I started explaining, and he like cut me off, and he like shit on me. And he's like, what? And so it was basically like this. I was like, Dad, no offense. You don't know what's going on. He goes, oh, I don't know what's going on. He goes, all I know is that 16-year-old George that was busting out 8 hours a day writing music and writing content, writing all that stuff, would be very fucking disappointed in the man you became today. He's like, because he got where you wanted to be and he got lazy. He's like, I'm not disappointed because you're not working hard. I'm disappointed because you're a coward and you won't step forward out of your comfort zone. He's like, you're too scared, and I didn't raise a pussy. And I was just like, oh.
Well, did you take that initially, or did you lash back?
No. I lashed out. I was like, you have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. And
then I got mad, and I started like kind of swearing, not like at him, but I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? This and that.
Yeah.
And I don't act like that around my dad. Mm-hmm. And he goes, look how you're talking right now. He's like, now you're just a different person. He's like, you're not my son. He's like, get your shit together. He's like, people that are at their lowest act out, they lash out, they're doing stuff. He goes, I don't know where you've gone in your life. He's like, but I used to be very proud when I looked at you. He's like, and now I'm not. He's like, get your shit together. And I was like, damn, all right. I mean, we had a talk like that. You know what? I'm not going to lie. There was one time he said he was disappointed in me. And that changed my life too. That was a pivotal point in my life. I went to college, and I was in there for 2 weeks, and I came back home and I was crying, and I broke like an idiot because I was angry and I didn't know how to handle my emotions.
Broke? What do you mean? You broke stuff?
I broke everything in my room.
Oh, shit.
But I broke all the recording stuff that I saved that money for.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was pointless. I was like, dude, like I'm in Arizona, I make music, and nobody fucking knows who I am.
Yeah.
And so I broke everything, and I was crying, and my dad walked in my room, and he like grabbed me. He slapped the shit out of me for breaking it. And he was like mad, and I don't know why, I just like ran out the house because I didn't want to see him. And I sat by the pool, and I was just like sobbing.
Tough life.
Tough life.
Ran out of my house and sat by my pool.
Sat by my very nice pool. And I was just crying. I was so frustrated. And literally the same conversation. He sat next to me, and he goes, yeah, I'm so disappointed in you. And that made me sob more. And I looked at him, and I go, Dad, I'm just not good at school. It's not for me.
Right.
He's like, I'm not disappointed because you're failing at school. He goes, God knows you're horrible at school. He goes, I'm disappointed in you because I didn't think I raised a coward for you to go and chase your dreams. Mm-hmm. He's like, you have every opportunity. He goes, you have more opportunity than anybody in life could ever be presented to. And he's like, and you just sit here with your tail tucked between your legs. He goes, stop being a bitch and go chase your dreams. If you fail, you fail, but at least you tried.
Yeah.
And so I dropped out of college that night. I never went back to college. And I studied. I figured out what I need to do to go to California, and I chased my dreams. And if it wasn't for that moment, I would have been too scared to go out there. And so me and you have been just kind of like, oh, what's the next step? What's the next step? And every day I would sit home and I'm writing a movie. I'm writing a book, but I don't put it out. I wrote all these songs, but I don't put it out because I'm so terrified. And he called me out on it. And everything I said back to him, he just didn't want to hear it.
Right. I mean, I had the same situation with my dad. Like, and the reason you get so mad is because you know it's true and you don't want to admit it.
But not at the moment. At the moment, you're like, you have no.
Yeah, but then when you look back at it, you're like, I got so mad because my dad's fucking right.
Yeah.
And I don't want to hear the truth because the truth hurts, and especially from my dad. And you know, we have been complacent. And it's interesting that you say.
I just remembered what he said, by the way.
Who, Stephen Furtick?
Yeah. He goes, and I don't mean to cut you off. I really just don't want to forget it. He goes, how many of you right now? He had people raise their hand. He goes, how many of you guys right now are moving in faith and you're just in an uncomfortable place and you just don't know what's about to happen next and you're shaking and you got some stuff going on and you hope it works. And a few people raise their hand. And he goes, now I want you guys to pray for the people that didn't raise their hand. He goes, because that's the worst place to be in, the comfortable zone.
Yeah.
Because you sit there. He goes, the people that move in faith are not the people that move in fear. And people that move in fear just don't move. They move in a circle. And I've been moving in fear. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, that's really good. I even sat down the other day with Mateus to talk about my music and my music videos, and I got super overwhelmed. And I was like freaking out because like I am in that uncomfortable spot. And the same thing that you said, it's like I've made all these songs, but I haven't put them out, and I'm fucking terrified.
And they're great, dude.
Yeah.
Like, both of us are very talented. Both of us have had success. Both of us have a lot of things. We're just terrified of, because we're in LA and we shake hands with people that are used to be great and how they try to be great and they can't anymore. And that freaks us out. We're like, we don't want to be that. We want to continue working on our dream because nobody wants to be here and have such a lavish life and an amazing life and all your dreams could come true. And then be here and just for the rest of our lives, we're going to be talking about what we did when we were 20. It's terrifying.
Yeah. No, I even asked the dude today from Mean Girls. I was like, does it bother you that, you know, for your entire life, that's what you've been known as? And he's like you're that guy from Mean Girls. And he's like, not at all, man. He's like, look at the movie. It was a hit. It was like a smash. If any movie I would want to be a part of, it was Mean Girls. And I was like, yeah, I it's interesting because I feel like, and this is something that I've come to the realization, is like I'm a YouTuber, social media kid, whatever. And I'm trying so hard to not be that, right? I want to break the mold of like, I'm a YouTuber. I want to do music. I want to do acting. And the reality of it is I'll always be known like, oh yeah, he was a YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I need to embrace the fact that I've done YouTube, I've done Instagram, and use that into doing music and acting and whatnot, rather than being, because I can't just wake up tomorrow and be like, hey, I'm a musician today. I'm not a YouTuber anymore, because that's just not the reality. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But you know, it's the craziest part I realized. If you take us back like 3 years ago and say, hey, do you want this? And it's what we have today.
Yeah.
I'd cry. I'd cry my eyes out. I'd be like, oh my God, thank you so much.
Right.
And I think in any career, in anybody's life, we got to be careful on how the devil or your anxiety alters your version of what a blessing is. Because I think the biggest shame that I've ever had about myself is I was crying the other day. I cry a lot.
Damn, seriously, what the hell?
I was crying.
You good, bro?
I meant to say crying out to the Lord. I was praying and
a tear may have come out.
A few tears. I was sobbing, and I was like, you know, blah blah blah, this and that, and I was so focused on what I want and what I need and what I need to achieve that I forgot to be thankful for what I have.
Yeah,
and we have okay. Let me give you an example. And I was really thinking about this the other day. You shot a TV show for like what, MTV the other day? And they were
Amazon
shooting
Prime.
Cameras.
Yeah.
Or Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime, yeah.
They were shooting, and that's huge.
Yeah,
it's a TV show. They're shooting off of the cameras that we have. Bro, we have enough, not even for just a multicam. We have enough for 2 multicam shows.
Yeah.
We have so many cameras. We have the talent. We have the opportunity. We have the friends around us to do it. We have beautiful places that we could shoot. Why is it that we don't? Why has God, or the universe, I'm just going to say God, because if you don't believe in God, just say universe. Why has God placed all the utensils and all the tools in front of us, and yet we don't do anything? It's because we're crippled by fear. That's literally the only reason. What is the problem, me and you shooting something and it failing and being like, fuck, we tried?
Yeah.
Why don't we do that?
I don't know.
Why is it that everybody is so scared to pack their bags from Connecticut, move to LA to chase their dream? What's the worst thing that's going to happen? You didn't work out. You're not going to die. They're not like, you didn't make it as an actor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but people are crippled by fear. And the worst thing is I became the person I never wanted to be. And I'll admit it right now. I became the guy that's so scared of what other people think of him. And once I got to that and I stopped giving a shit about what I think about myself and more what other people thought about myself, that's when I was like walking in a circle. Because I'm like, oh, I got to please her. No, I got to please her. No, I got to please him. No, I got to please him. No, I got to please him. You can't please anybody. You can't please anybody. Nobody. And for example, bro, look at top 10 rappers. I don't want to be any of them.
Yeah.
But they walk around with confidence because they move with their own swag. This is who I am. People like it, take it, leave it, move on.
Right.
We got to stop chasing other people's versions of us. We got to just be our version. So I think we should be shooting shows, putting it out there. I think we should be doing TikToks, see what happens. Nothing's going to kill us from doing a TikTok. Nothing's going to kill. A lot of people are like, whoa. Is it going to make you or break you? What does that even mean? When have you ever heard anybody pack up Hollywood for trying something and it didn't work and they left? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, that's never happened. No one's ever died from it. And so I think the moral of anything, even in this career or anything, is just don't be scared.
100%. And I think that's something I needed too, because I've been sitting here like, I want to release my music, and I have these such high expectations for myself with my music. I'm like very picky. I'm sending the producer notes. Probably he's getting really frustrated with me because just like I keep changing things and whatnot, and I'm kind of overthinking it. And I never was a thinker in the sense of like, I think like I'm smart, but like I never thought about things when I did them. I just did them. And if it worked, it worked. If it didn't, it didn't. And then I moved on. Like, that's what I did with my first song. Like, I don't even remember. It was a blur. I just went to the studio one day, recorded my song, and I was like, dope. Got it mixed and mastered, went and shot the music video and put it out. It was never like, I never like thought about it. Like, oh, what do I need to do? Like this and that. And I think I'm thinking too much. And don't overthink things, guys. If you're scared or in fear, just do it. Absolutely do it. And I think the most attractive thing in anyone is when they're just doing themselves. And I was doing that, and I don't know what the fuck came over my head where I stopped doing that. Like, after my breakup, I was just focused on myself, doing my thing, going to the gym, working out, like getting in shape, reading books, bettering myself. And that attracted people to me. And then it goes back to, like the grind of YouTube and like us getting, and then boom, we got what we wanted, and then we fucking stop. That's kind of like what happened with me when it was after I was depressed, hated my body, and then boom, got what I wanted, and then I stopped, which is, it's not good. You got to keep going. And that's the hardest part, is to keep going. Like, when you're on a diet, first few days, easy. Day 4, day 5, that shit's getting hard. Hit the weekend, you see all your friends eating, you see all your friends drinking, it's even harder. But then once you hit that shit for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, however long it takes to form a habit, then it's no issue. But like, now 2 months in, it's like, oh fuck, like I want a pizza, you start cheating, and then it becomes easier and easier and easier. But like, being motivated for a long period of time is something that's very, very difficult.
I read this thing today and it really resonated with me. Basically, I'm going to tell the story. A teacher stood in front of a class and had a glass of water, and she goes, how much does this weigh? And they said exactly how much it weighs. She goes, so it's not going to get heavier, right? And they're like, no. Like, is it going to get less heavy? And they're like, no. They're like, okay. If I stick my hand out and I hold the glass of water like this, right? Is it going to be the same amount of weight? And they're like, yeah. She goes, so it shouldn't get heavier for me. And they're like, no. So she's like, but what if I hold it for an hour? Then it's going to start shaking because of the weight. I can't hold it anymore. She goes, what if I do that for 24 hours? It's going to be unbearable. But it's the same weight. Why is it that when I hold it for 2 minutes, it's nothing, but when I hold it for 24 hours, it's like, I'd rather die. I can't do this anymore. And she goes, that is what people do with their thoughts. It weighs on their mind. And if you have a thought in your mind, have a thought, ponder it, but move on. Don't let it sit there, because it's going to outweigh all other things that are in your mind.
Yeah.
that's why when a breakup is happening, when you're breaking up with that person, regardless of what you're doing, that's the thing that's on your mind because it's weighing on your mind. And a lot of people really need to learn how to deal with something and just move on. Deal with it and move on. And I think we need to deal with a lot of things that are insecurities or anxieties, and we just got to move on. Because I don't want to be that guy, bro, that wakes up at the age of 35 and be like, dude, I wasted 10 years trying to get this shit going. And,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I don't want to be that guy.
100%.
You don't want to be that guy.
Me either. That's why, I mean, I'm going home for Thanksgiving. I think it's going to be a good reset, recharge for me to get out of LA. And then right when I come back, I'm shooting my music videos. The songs aren't finished yet. They're not mixed and mastered, but like I have the general gist of them, so I could still shoot the videos. And I'm just going to fucking send it into 2020.
Send it.
And release my music and still continue to vlog. Like I posted a vlog today, and you've been posting vlogs, and it's fun. It's exciting when we're all hanging out, working together, and creating, you know what I'm saying? Like the best thing for me is finishing it and putting it out and then moving on to the next one. Like,
Of course.
it makes it all worth it when you love to do it. Like I love sitting there and editing. Yeah, I mean,
Sorry, I've been coughing a lot, guys. I'm a little under the weather.
yeah. And also, you know, with the music thing, it's something like if I want to be a musician, I told myself this too. Like if I want to actually pursue singing, then I need to fucking pursue singing. And I bought a guitar. I know piano already. I need to teach myself better, but I'm teaching myself guitar because I want to be able to perform my songs rather than just sit up there and sing them. I want to be able to like be a musician. If it's something I want to take serious, and that takes time and takes practice, it takes lessons. And I'm very behind. I'm probably 20 years behind most people that start an instrument. But yeah, I'm willing to do what it takes to be good.
It all starts with the one step.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna take a while, but that's the slow burn.
What else did you have that you wanted to chat about? I feel like
I mean, I talked about I was on an Amazon Prime TV show, which was pretty dope.
Yeah, do you want to talk about how like you don't want to be an actor anymore?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing that I was frustrating about acting. It's the joke is always hurry up and wait. And my call time was noon. I had to be there at 12 p.m. And I didn't shoot my first shot, until 7:30 p.m. I sat there in the couch, twiddled my thumbs for 7.5 hours before they needed me.
That's wild.
And it's fucking frustrating because I just wasted like 7.5 hours of my life doing nothing. And that's just acting because things change and you have call times, you sit around a lot. And that to me ruins it. But also when I started shooting, I was having a blast. So it's like, I don't know.
You should build your own movie, and that way you're always doing something. So you could be directing while you're not shooting.
But that's also overwhelming. Kind of with the music thing that I was talking about. Like musicians.
If you want to do the acting thing.
Yeah, musicians have entire teams. They have marketing teams. They have people to do their album art. They have people to do their socials. They have people to, handle promotions, handle interviews, all these things. They have probably 20 people on their staff. And I'm sitting here trying to do all this stuff myself. And it's fucking overwhelming.
Yeah.
Like album artwork, mix and master, pay this guy, pay that guy, contracts, talk to legal, talk to my agent, who needs to shoot the video. I need to come up with a concept for the video. I need to come up with a budget for the video. I need to come up with a release plan. I need to come up with, I'm working on the merch. Like it's just
definitely
fucking overwhelming.
It's definitely a lot of work.
Yeah. So hopefully with, my songs, they do well, and then it'll allocate me a little bit more money to source it out. That's just the downside of being independent. You got to use your money and not anyone else's.
Question.
Answer.
Has nothing to do with music, though.
The Daily Double. Okay, go.
Has it felt like Donald Trump has been president for 4 years?
No. Has it been 4 years?
Isn't he?
Where did you come up with this question?
Because somebody was like, oh, who are you voting for? And I was like, is it already that time?
Holy shit.
Is it like next year? Is last year?
Time's flown. That means he got president when we lived at apartment 850. That was 4 years ago. Yeah, right after that, he became president. Because I remember making videos with Wampa. He was like making a joke about Donald Trump being the president. That was way back when we lived in that old apartment.
Oh, man.
Damn, shit. Time's flown by.
So fast, dude.
I'm going to be honest. I bet you he wins again.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised.
What was I gonna say? Fuck, I had something on my mind that was really funny.
Drinking?
No. Oh, when I was on set, you know what's interesting? I kind of became you. You know how you go in and you steal the show and you like don't care what other people think?
Yeah.
I did that on set. Like I didn't know anyone and I just went in and I was like, I did the George show.
Did it work?
And it worked so well, dude.
You just break the walls down. You know what you know what helps me think when I do shit like that? I just think everybody else has a friend, right?
Yeah.
Like they have friends, which means people know them, people hang out with them.
Yeah.
So I just come and just pretend like I'm their friend.
Like I'm on the show for 4 or 5 scenes. And all these series regulars are there, and like they have all this chemistry and all that shit. And I just walk in, and I'm just like cracking jokes and all that shit.
You just hit them with, "Oh, Doug, that's Doug. Always like Doug." They're like, "Yeah, that is Doug."
Bro, it was so fun. Everybody was cool, and knew what was exciting. Everyone on the show is basically like 18 to 21.
Oh, they're young.
They're young, and it was good to be around that young energy again.
Yeah,
they're excited. They're having fun. Like I was vlogging. I don't know. I'm on one episode. I don't know the whole show. It's not out yet. It's Amazon Prime. Hold the mic up to your face when you're talking.
I was coughing, bro. I was coughing.
Damn, but what was I going to say? I had something else on my mind that I was
Wait, I got
say.
a question for you.
What?
Are you excited that you're single during the holidays so you don't have to spend that much money? Because that's all I'm thinking about now. I'm like, oh, shit. What?
Oh, wow. I never thought of that.
Right?
Yeah.
That's some real shit right there.
That is. Because
No
I've
more
invested.
bags. Do you ever think, like, never mind, I don't want to say it. It's kind of fucked up. No, never mind.
Yeah, don't say whatever. George, you always get me in trouble.
Yeah.
Fuck, what was I going to say? But anyways, you're going home for the holidays too?
I'm going.
Are you bringing your girl?
No, I'm not.
Why?
That's a big thing, man. I told you.
Wait, they've met your mom and dad though?
They have. She's the first girl that ever met my parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's going well. I actually was talking to her today about it. You know, I said it perfectly. Logan asked me, he goes, "What makes you think this is the one?" And I literally go, "She's like you and Mark, but a girl. Like, you know how like me and you like always want to have sex? I'm just like me and you hang out. We have a great time. We laugh. We're always in a good mood. We're always having fun.
Right.
That's what I feel like with her. It's the first girl that I've dated where I'm just like I am absolutely obsessed with this girl. Like I love her. I can't get enough. But nonetheless, my parents don't want her to meet my grandma or meeting a grandma or meeting like Middle Eastern family members is such a big thing. Once this is what they hear. Ready? You go, "Hi, this is my girlfriend. Her name's Belle. This is here. Hello, how are you? This is my future wife."
Well, here's my question, because we all hung out, me, you, and Belle, yesterday? Or no, 2 days ago.
Yesterday.
Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
No, 2 days ago. It was Saturday.
Yesterday.
And we went, hung out. I feel like you're different around her now than you used to be in front of me. You're not like, so how are you with her alone?
What do you mean I'm different with her now? Like,
You're not as like lovey-dovey as you used to be, I feel like. Like when you guys first started talking.
actually that was planned.
Oh.
I am still lovey-dovey with her, but we came together and realized that out of respect for you and our friendship, we are not lovey-dovey around you, so that way you don't feel like you're like left out, or like you don't feel like, oh, George is gonna come, him and his girlfriend gonna be kissing all the time. So we just realized, like, I told her, I was like, just be part of the boys when,
because that's what it felt like when we were all hanging out. It just felt like we were all 3 friends.
Yeah, and we're really good actors.
That was that on purpose? Yeah.
Yeah. This past few times that,
because I was like worried. I was like, fuck, man, I don't think they like each other anymore.
No, not even a little bit. No, we're really, really good. We just you know, like compromise is not just in the relationship. It's like for example, if her mother hates orange juice, I'm not gonna drink orange juice around her. You know what I'm saying? So I told her, I was like, listen, my boy doesn't want it, to the fact that she actually brought it up, not even me. I swear to God, she brought it up. She goes, I want to make sure that Mark's like comfortable. She goes, I don't want him to get sick and tired of my presence. I don't want him to see my face and think, oh, here we go again. So I was like, all right, cool, bet we can run it. And so we just hang out. And we have a really good time, just as friends. But then when we're gone, we're bunnies. No, but yeah.
Well, here, I got a question for you then. What's it like not having Trisha, not having Olga around?
Dude, you mean with my relationship?
Just
or like just
you.
in general?
Yeah.
This is the first time in my relationship where I had a door where nobody was like around.
Yeah.
So that's cool. But not having Olga and Trisha around, it hasn't really phased me in a negative way, just because I've been still hanging out with them. Not as much, obviously nowhere near as much.
Yeah.
But I just been working. And I think when I throw myself at work, nothing comes close to that mindset. So I hang out with them when we're shooting.
I observed that you both are working more now that you're not together. So I think it's healthier that honestly that you guys are separated.
Dude,
because I think
here's the thing, bro. Like you remember how you had to put a pillar in the kitchen because you can't think when there are people's there? So like in that studio loft that we had, when I was trying to edit my videos, they would be shooting a video right in front of me, or they'd be watching a comedy where I have ADD and I'm laughing.
It's
at the
really
jokes.
important to have a door to close.
You just need your alone time.
Yeah.
Like
not too much, because then you'll end up like me, fucking alone all the time.
Everything's in moderation.
Yeah.
Like so, yeah. Like even with the girlfriend, even with friends, even with us, like it's good to have space. But I needed time to work, and I think, damn, fuck, maybe I need to get away from people because I've been really crushing it. Like,
well, I think people rub off on you, and temptation settles in, right? So when you're alone, or when you're around Logan, who's always working and easy, he says no to everything that, like, if he has to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's easy. Whereas like, you are obviously like to do things. Trisha likes to do things. So if you're like, hey, Trisha, you want to go to Crave? She's gonna be like, yeah, of course. Or if Trisha's like, hey, you want to go to this? And you're like, yeah, of course. You know, it's just like that can rub off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
It's hard to say no to like exciting and fun things.
Yeah, I learned that work comes first. Like I was telling Mark before we got on the podcast, I had to go meet Belle's friends. I wasn't gonna say no to her because I already made that commitment. But on the way there, while she was driving in traffic, I was editing my video. When we got to eat our lunch before we met up with them, I was editing my video. So you guys gotta realize you gotta put in your work, because then you're gonna start hating everything. You're gonna have resentment because I didn't get my fucking video done. I don't like your friends. She talks too much. She doesn't talk too much. She's an amazing person. You would have had a great time if you get your work done.
Yeah.
So when I went to Dave & Buster's and we're having a great time, me, her friend, her boyfriend, like we just had an amazing time, and I felt like a relief. I go, I could go to bed tonight knowing that I got it done. So.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, this was a good episode. It was good to have you back on.
Thanks, man. Hey, thanks for changing that background, by the way.
Yeah, no problem. You know, I would love to have you on again. If you guys enjoyed having George on.
She is so much hotter than me, huh?
Yeah.
Damn.
A lot of people are in love with Trisha that listen to the podcast.
Trisha's a good one, man. Trisha is a good one. I'm glad we replaced an Assyrian with another Assyrian.
Yeah, there you go. Happy holidays to everyone. I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving if you celebrate it. And if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, have an amazing Black Friday.
Who doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving?
I don't know.
Wait, no, this is a thing. People don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind. I'm not going to get into it. Well, happy Thanksgiving.
Or have an amazing Cyber Monday. And we'll see you guys. I'm in Ohio till Tuesday, so I'll probably...
Oh, that's when I leave.
Post it. No, next Tuesday.
I'm leaving next Tuesday.
What do you mean?
I'm going on a Christmas vacation with my girlfriend. That would have been a great thing to talk about.
Yeah, what the fuck did you not bring that up?
I totally forgot about it.
So next week's podcast will be posted on Thursday because I need Wednesday to shoot it. Adios, amigos.
Hey, guys. Bye, guys.